Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Jets, and I'm here to talk about Week 4 of the regular season, where the Jets lose 23-20 to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm utterly speechless for this game. Where do you start? Right, because the game kicks off and the Chiefs are just gliding down the field. I mean, holy crap. They just are having their way with the Jets defense to start this game. 17 points in the first quarter. They made it look like it was two-hand touch practice. It was ridiculous what they were doing. They were carving the New York Jets up. It was embarrassing. And the first two drives for the Jets offense looked horrible. A 3-and-out and I think a 5-play drive that ended in a punt. Just two horrible, horrible drives to start the game. And you leave the first quarter. The Jets are down 17-0. I thought that we were going to be in for an all-timer Jets loss. I thought that it was not even going to be a floor. It was going to be, I dig a basement. That's how low I have to go for this game. I thought this was going to be a game that was so bad, I would tell my children and grandchildren about the plight of the Jets fan from how horrible this game was. And then, it was as if divine intervention happened. The Jets get a safety, whoop-de-doo. You're down 17-2. I'm not going to get out of my chair for it. And then, field goal. All right, 17-5. You're only down like 11. You know, you could push a little bit. And then Zach Wilson starts gunslinging. The play calling becomes imaginative. It's like everything that I had complained and cried about in weeks past came true. They were using Xavier Gibson. They were calling screen passes. They were rolling him out. They were opening up the book, and they were trusting him. He was backed against a corner with nothing to lose, and by God, Zach Wilson slung the ball like a guy that had nothing to lose. And going into the half, on that first touchdown drive, and then out of the half, holy freaking crap, he looked like the second overall pick. He looked like that elite prospect. He was decisive. He was accurate. He was throwing darts on lines. He looked great. The Ozama touchdown, a dime dropped in the corner of the end zone. The Lazard pass, threading a needle, just a dart in the chest. And then almost gets taken down, probably should have, stays on his feet, fights, dives, 2-point conversion, and holy crap, he ties the game at 20 apiece. It was unbelievable. He looked great. The Jets looked good. The defense was starting to clamp. And you continue on. The offense, they get some chunk plays here and there. They can't quite do anything, but the defense is clamping too. They allow a field goal to make it 23-20, but you know what? They're holding tight. Only 6 points after the first quarter. They did good. And the offense did as well. And it just makes the ending so awful. Because the Chiefs get it. They're marching. 3rd and long. I think it was 3rd and 22. I despise yelling about the refs. And anyone who has watched me for any length of time, I don't blame refs. I always put it back on the team itself. That is my signature. I hate blaming refs. It's cheap. And it's just... No, how do you not call the Jermaine Johnson play? How? When he's getting practically strangled, it looked like there was a felony being committed against him. It looked like attempted murder. How do you not call it? How do you call nothing there? How do you let that go? This isn't one hand that just grabs a little bit. It was a chokehold. All but. And as if that isn't bad enough to gift them a first down, you then have the Sauce Gardner call. Look, you might be able to debate that it should have been offsetting. I don't know how you possibly think Sauce is the only one at fault there. I don't even think it's a call. That's two players going hard for the ball. And beyond that, you cannot take it out of the hands of the players at that point in time. That was a bit of hand movement, but that's not enough to disrupt the play. That doesn't affect anything. It was two players getting handsy. That sounds wrong. It was two players going hard in the paint. But no, instead of a pick, the third pick on the night for the Jets defense, instead of that, it's an automatic first down for the Chiefs. Gifted. 2 first downs with under 5 minutes to play. Gifted. I am speechless for the absolute ref ball in this game. And Saleh gets a call for unsportsmanlike conduct basically after the play is over. Good. I've had qualms with him this season. Good. I hope you got your money's worth. I hope you find a way to do more. That was unreal how that game ended. Zach Wilson balled out. He looked great. Team looked like they believed in him again. He was fantastic. If he plays like that the rest of the way, this team could go on a freaking tear. You got next week the Broncos and then the Eagles, and then after the bye it gets a lot easier. You could very easily... The Eagles, I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying they're not the Super Bowl team that they look like. They're not as good as they were last year. You could find a way to be 3-3 at the bye. And after the bye, the schedule gets a little bit easier. Who knows? If Zach Wilson can take what he did tonight, if the team can continue to buy into him, can take this and fully trust him, fully open up the playbook, and then also just have Aaron Rodgers there, because holy God, the vibes are just different with him in the building. They're just different with him with the team. They can still be a team that can make noise. There is very few negatives I take away from this game, especially facing inwards to the team itself. The players, the coaches, everyone should leave with their head held high. They looked great tonight. Zach Wilson outdueled Patrick Mahomes. It's not even up for debate. He looked fantastic. The Jets defense held the Chiefs offense to 6 points after the half, or after the first quarter. They clamped down. Would I have liked to have seen them clamp down a little bit earlier? Yeah, that would have been great. You know what? Not on them. This entire team needs to not feel like this game was taken from them and get down, but feel that it was ripped away from them and get pissed off. This game should not be a wet blanket. It should be a can of gasoline. And I hope to God that there's a match or two in Denver. So they play again next week in Denver against the Broncos. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Jets.